Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is cute, which is in Swedish gullig. Gullig. Referring to him, of course, not myself. Today I am going to do my favorites and disappointments, and I cannot believe that May is over. We are in June. So yeah, we're in June. It's really exciting actually. May has been such an amazing month for me personally. May is the month where I have my anniversary with Sigge and Niklas. So on May 17th, I bought Sigge, or we bought Sigge, me and Niklas bought Sigge 2 years ago now. And then on the 25th, Niklas and I celebrated 5 years together. So that was so exciting. It was so much fun. And I cannot believe that we have been together for 5 years. I never thought that anyone would be able to live with me and put up with me for 5 years. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have found my little soulie. But today anyway, I'm gonna talk about my monthly favorites when it comes to makeup and such. But I do also want to point out that this month have been so different to me, or for me, than any other month in years when it comes to my makeup habits and so on. So I've basically been using those makeup bags right there. So I take out all of my makeup like 1 or 2 days before, or even sometimes a week before, and I kind of just use what I have in there. And then also, I don't think I have any eyeshadow palettes to talk about today, which is insane. I know, it's insane, but I have really been shopping my stash and I've really been enjoying that, and I've really been rotating through my makeup. I will say the one palette that I've used the most is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, but I think that this is the 3rd or 4th month I'm gonna mention that, so I'm not gonna mention this month either, even though I just did. But I'm just, you know, I'm so excited to see how that palette will look once this year is finished, because I don't have a single pan in it, but I'm pretty sure I will have a pan in it if I continue to use it as I do right now. But I thought that I would talk about my fail first and foremost, because I actually only have one fail and I always talk about my favorites first. So I thought that I would begin with my fail, and that is actually the NYX Glitter Glue. I love this one. I've been using this same little tube for maybe a year. It says that it only lasts for 6 months. But I don't know what's up with this, because when I use this during the summer month, something in my eyeshadow, it's almost like there is some oil in this, and the sun, when it hits my eyes, kind of just makes it crack, and everything just falls into a big mess. When I open my eyes, my shimmer on my eyelids are just laying like in cracks on my eyes. It's so ugly, and I don't know what the problem is. So I've actually not been using this because this happened to me so many times, and I just got so frustrated because it made my makeup look so ugly and disgusting. And it's so boring when you have spent 30 minutes or something on your makeup, and then when you get to the place where you're supposed to be, you're like, okay, this is not looking that great. So I'm putting this down and I'm not gonna use it for a while, but I have used it once in a while on camera, because then I'm not as much outside in the sun. But on my day-to-day life, this doesn't work. I do have one palette to show you, however, but it's not an eyeshadow palette, but it's a face palette. And that is the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I finally got my hands on this, which I'm sure that you guys are aware of. I've been using this every single day off camera. I've used this a couple of times on camera, but off camera I haven't used another blush. If I have used another blush, I've used this as a base, so I'm just gonna show it to you. So this is what it looks like in case you haven't seen it. These two right up here are creams, and then these two are powders. Let me give you a little close-up. I'm not sure that you are in focus, I hope you are, but you can see that I have a pretty big dip in this, but this is the one I've been using the most, which is the cream blush. I've even used that for lipstick because I think it's gorgeous. This does not have a dip in it because when I take my brush, I just need to dip in just the slightest. You will never finish this product up. Never ever. I don't think I will. I don't think that I will ever even have a dip in it, but this one you can go in with a little bit more. So I take this on even if I'm not using this powder. This is the Extreme Glow Extreme. Even if I'm not using that, I'd still go in with this since I already have it in my hands, and I put this on and it just looks, these two combined makes your skin look super duper wet. It's insane, it's incredible, it's absolutely beautiful on your skin, and I am so happy that I got my hands on this. This is available in Sweden now. The one shade I'm not using is the Duo Glow, which is this one. I've said it so many times, I'm not into a peach blush. Once in a while, I do take a little bit of this and just go in with it as a blush, but as a highlight, it is way too dark for me. I think you can see that right now. I do, however, think that the Glow Extreme powder will be a little bit too dark for me during the winter time, but at the moment I am, believe it or not, this is my tan side, and it works for now. I do have two bronzers to talk about today. I might have used one of the bronzers in one of my videos. This is the one anyway I'm gonna talk about first. This is the Makeup Revolution Bronzer Reloaded Holiday Romance. This is so affordable. I kid you not. This is, I believe it's under 4 euros. Right under 4 euros. Ugh. And I know this looks super duper pale. I actually bought the darker shade as well because I wasn't sure if this was gonna be too pale for me. So this is the way it looks. I did use this in my everyday makeup routine. If you haven't seen that, I will link it if it's up. If it's not up, it's coming. This is so beautiful because I don't go in with any foundation or anything on my everyday life, so I kind of just sweep this on my cheeks and on my forehead, and it just looks so healthy because as you can see, it's right there. It has a beautiful sheen to it. It's sort of like the perfect shade, even though it doesn't look like it. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna bronze up my skin, but you can really just go in very, very heavy-handed with this. You can apply how much you want and it's still not gonna look too much. It isn't overly orange. It's not orange at all, but it is sort of like that warmer neutral. It's a warm neutral, but it's still not, it's warm, but it just looks so beautiful on the skin and not orange at all. And so, because it is sort of that satin, it has a beautiful sheen to it. So the other bronzer I've really been loving is this one from Milani, and I don't think that this will come as a surprise. I don't think so anyway, because I've done my face a lot more in some of my tutorials nowadays, and I remember I've talked about the fact that I love this over the Fenty one. The Fenty one is not in my favorite because it's not a favorite bronzer of mine, even though it's absolutely beautiful. It's just not a favorite. I'm beginning to think that this lip combo isn't really that good. This is very cool tone versus this that is a little bit more warm. I don't know if this was better, but hopefully it was. Anyway, the bronzer that I was going to talk about is this one from Milani. This is their Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Sun Kissed. Looks like this. It's beautiful. This is the second shade. They have a lighter shade and then they have 2 darker shades. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Marc Jacobs bronzer that is in the white packaging, and I'm gonna just swatch it right here. So here it is, way more cool tone as you can see than this one is. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It is, as it says, a silky matte, so it's not looking dry on your skin, even if you wear foundation or if you don't wear foundation. It just looks matte, it looks gorgeous, it's so freaking beautiful. And I've said this so many times, if you're ever considering purchasing this or the Fenty one, I would 100% recommend this. The reason why I'm bringing up the Fenty one is because of the fact that that one is a little bit newer to the market, and so is this. Absolutely beautiful, totally a favorite of mine. I've used the crap out of this, and I don't think you can see that. I think you can see that the pattern in the middle is a little bit, it's just gone a little bit. But other than that, you can't really see that I've used it as much as I actually have. I do want to shout out this little Milani primer. This is the Prep and Sooth Camellia Face Oil. Wasn't in love with it when I bought it, but now I actually am. I think that it's absolutely gorgeous, and especially on the days when I don't wear any foundation. If you already have a face oil in your makeup collection, I don't think you need to go ahead and purchase this. An oil is an oil, you know? If you have the one that is very popular from Smashbox, use that instead if you want to get that glow that I'm talking about. But I think that this is very, very beautiful on, as I said, when I'm not wearing any foundation. I just put a little bit right here on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks, and then I kind of just rub in the rest that I have on my face just all over. And it just gives me such a beautiful and healthy glow. I look very, very just glowy from within. It doesn't look like you have applied a lot of highlight or that you're very greasy. It just looks very, very healthy and natural. And if you are one that loves cream products, they blend so good with an oil as a base. Just a little tip from the coach. A liquid lipstick that you have seen me use quite a lot is actually this one from Colourpop. This is the shade Beeokay. I said this in a bunch of my videos, but especially the Shop My Stash video that I did, that I can link up here. But I did talk about the fact that I wanted to purchase one liquid lipstick from Fenty. But I did Google a little bit, and I found out that I had a dupe, which is this one. This is the shade Beeokay. Did I say that? Probably. I just think that this is such a beautiful summer shade. This is the one I'm talking about. I think that it's very, very nice on my normal or everyday life, because when I go in with a little bit more toned down makeup looks, I love wearing this, because this brings a little bit more like oomph into the look, and it's so summery. It's not neon, but it's summery, it's fresh. I think that you look very, very healthy, and I just adore it. And you know, I love the Colourpop Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks. I think that they are absolutely fabulous. They're very, very comfortable, not kiss proof, but still really, really good. So I actually went ahead and purchased a concealer this month. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm on a concealer kick. I purchase so many concealers all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I purchased the Tarte Shape Tape because I felt like I needed to try it. I bought the shade 12 Neutral, so fair neutral I bought, and I actually thought that it would be a little bit darker, but I think that this is gonna suit me a little bit better when I'm at my fairest. This is the one. When I'm saying that I'm tan, I'm like, ooh. So I do use this anyway in conjunction with one of my Makeup Revolutions concealer, just because it gets a little bit too light for me, otherwise I look very, very crazy. So I just put 1-2 drops right there, 1-2 drops right there, and then I take 2 dots under my eyes with the Makeup Revolution concealer and blend it out. And I think that the coverage of this is absolutely amazing. Even though I have wrinkles under my eyes, I still think that it looks very good. I was very, very scared that it would look a little bit too dry and cakey, and that it would just kind of enhance my wrinkles that I have under my eyes. Of course, all of the concealers crease on me, so what I do is that I just take eyeshadow, and that kind of removes the creasing a little bit. You can't really see it because you have eyeshadow there instead of these big lines, but I think that it's so full coverage. It's absolutely amazing. I even thought about the fact that maybe I should purchase another one that is a little bit darker so I can mix it with it, but still I don't want to pay for it, so I haven't really decided yet. So I did film a video that was full face of reviews, and I reviewed the Linda Hallberg spectral palette and a bunch of other things, but I also said that this was sort of like a first impression because I got some brushes that I really wanted to try. I got the brushes in PR, and I wanted to show you two of the brushes that has been really standouts for me. So they are from the brand Hickap, and I really love the 111 Powder Deluxe brush. This is basically a big powder brush. Is it gonna be anything different from another brush? No, if you have a big powder brush, you don't need this. But the reason why I love it is because it's sort of pointy. It's not sharp. Whoop, dropping a brush almost. It's not sharp like this almost. Do you know what I mean? Like some brushes are a little bit more kabuki-esque, and then they have shorter bristles on the side. I don't know how to explain it. Of course they are vegan, by the way, if I haven't said that, but I just think that it's beautiful. And also you can really get under your eyes since it is that pointy. It's not perfect under your eyes, but you can get it in there. And then the other brush that I've really been loving is the 114. This is the tapered blush brush. This is, I have been searching for a good blush brush for such a long time, but I haven't really known what I wanted or what kind of brush I've been loving or what kind of brush I should use. So this one is absolutely perfection. It's not good for cream blushes if you wanted to pick up product with that, but it is absolutely perfect for blushes that's in powder form. You can see that I've used it today, and I just think that it's such a beautiful shape. It's the same way as it has shorter bristles on the side, and then it gets sort of this pointy, and you can just really get it on your apples of your cheeks and everything. It's so good. I absolutely adore this. So these are the two brushes that has really stood out to me. Now I only have two products left. I'm gonna talk about the Revolution Pink Clay Mask first. This is phenomenal to me because I have had such a struggle with my skincare, or with my skin, this past month. The reasoning for that is because I changed a toner, and I can't stand the toner. I didn't know that, so I've been going back and forth with some of the products just to see what kind of problem I've had and what it is that caused some of the irritation that I had, because I've been really having an irritation right here, but mostly right here. I've been having these big pimples, but they haven't really been pimples. They have been these big, I want to say molds, but it's not molds. I don't know the English term for it. Let me see if I can look it up. Okay, it says that it's called boil. Hopefully you know what I mean. A lot of the times I've kind of just let it be during the day, and then during the night when it has calmed down a little bit, I have gone in with this, and the next day my skin has cleared up a lot. So I've really been enjoying this, and I think you can see that I've used quite a lot of it. So yeah, I've used not half the jar, but I've used it quite a lot. This is my favorite mask from the three that I bought. And the last thing I'm gonna show you is such a gimmick, actually. It's such a weird product, and I've had this for maybe 5 years, and I've never showed it on my channel, ever. But I've said this so many times that I take my bike everywhere I go. So now I've been taking my bike to a new place. Let me just say that, a new place. And every day when I go there, there is this big freaking hill, and when I get to the top, I'm tired and I sweat. And then when I arrive to the place, I kind of stand outside for 5 minutes trying to just calm down a little bit, get my breath in order, you know. And when I sweat, I actually take the Beautyblender Blotterazzi. So this is what it looks like. Mine is dirty, so please don't mind that, but this is what it looks like. So you kind of just take it outside. You're supposed to keep this. It says don't toss me. This is my brow. It rained yesterday when I went there, and it was not a fun thing. But I just take this and dabble. You can use this if you're very oily and you don't want to use like blotting papers. You just take this where you're oily, and it sucks up all of it, and then you put it back, and it has this little thing so it still airs and it's not gonna get moldy, and then you kind of just clean it. And then I keep it in my purse all the time, and I love it because it has a mirror as well. It's just such a good product, and I it's such a gimmick. I know it's not for everyone, but I personally, I love it. Yeah guys, that was all of my favorites that I had to talk about today, so I do hope you liked this little video. Let me know which products or series or whatever you have been loving and hating this month. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, please feel free to thumbs this video down. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!